DRS games, there's a lot to take. DRS battles wheel to wheel. Late in the corner, hear the tires squeal. Attendance amazing, a full grid race. No pen bonus and a rapid fast pace. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Wednesday division, watch us fly. In wet conditions or even dry. Foot to the floor, hear that engine roar. Wednesday, Wednesday, go, go. Tire strategy, it is make or break. RRF games, there's a lot to take. DRS battles, wheel to wheel. Late in the corner, hear the tires squeal. Attendance amazing, a full grid race. No pen bonus and a rapid fast pace. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Wednesday division, watch us fly. In wet conditions or even dry. Foot to the floor, hear that engine roar. Wednesday, Wednesday, go, go. Go, go, Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday division.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for RRF1 Wednesday division here in Brazil. This is my return to the comms booth and the first time commentating on the 2024 game. Long overdue. I have missed this solitude of fun, watching people make fools of themselves instead of making a fool of myself. So hopefully the RF1 guys, the Wednesday nighters, can provide some entertainment. It's Brazil, and it's a sprint weekend, or a sprint midweek night, if you will. But we'll call it a sprint weekend. So we have qualifying sprint race, qualifying main race, lots of on-track action tonight, and I believe a nearly full grid as well, just for your viewing pleasure. I will do my best to keep up with the action tonight. Like I said, I am probably a little bit rusty. But we'll see how it goes. It is one of my favourite tracks in real life. I quite like the track on the game as well. But in real life, one of my all-time favourites. But there's always action. You sometimes get drag races down to the start-finish straight on the final lap as well. It really is one of the most exciting tracks on the calendar. Main overtaking opportunities, obviously, your sort of turn 1-2 chicane, always side-by-side action going up through the DRS zone there. Turn 4, you can usually drag people back and get revenge down towards turn 4. And then if you're really sneaky, turn 10. So if you can get a good run out of that sort of long, slow, lazy left-hander of turn 9 and catch someone unaware, a bit like Hamilton did to Albon. Oh, awkward. Yeah, actually, no, he took Albon out, didn't he? That's just awkward. It's coming from a Hamilton fan as well. Yeah, don't do what Hamilton did back in whatever year that was, 2020, I think. Into turn 10, make a cleaner move. But from then, it's literally staying in touch all the way through, getting a good exit out of 12, and then it's that long drag all the way back towards turn 1. And it really is, like I said, one of the best tracks on the calendar. Old school racing track, of course. Not one of these sort of street circuits that seems to be taking over the world now. Just name a city and they seem to want to host a race now. We'll have a quick look at the standings while waiting for the last few stragglers to get into the lobby. It's rather tight at the top, as Zero is on a comeback, winning last time out. I'm not sure where they were racing last week. Where was it? Portimao? Was it Portimao? Or was it Suzuka? Might have been Suzuka. But yeah, Zero with the win last time out. Tom Stroudy finishing in second with Find the Pass rounding out the podium. Pass currently leading the standings, but his gap has been whittled down over the last few weeks to just 8 points ahead of the Ferrari driver. And Zero will be looking to take advantage tonight, as I believe Pass may miss the sprint race. So of the races you're going to miss, the sprint is probably the one. And then make it back in time for the main race. He's watching his beloved Liverpool. Sorry, I can't say that word. I'm a United fan for my sins. But yeah, he's watching Liverpool hopefully lose to Newcastle. He's my teammate actually on a Tuesday in another league. We are the mighty Ferraris there, so I'll of course be wishing him all the best. Evening, Mr. Stroudy. Hope you're good. Long time no speak, see, or race. So hope you're good. Thank you, Dragoon. Just seen in the chat there. You're very welcome. But yeah, you've got. I think Hayden didn't race last week. He's racing this week though. He's currently 4th in the standings. And then you've got the likes of Gaming Minion, Dragoon in 6th. A good result for him last time out in P4. Closes that gap to Gaming Minion in the battle for the top 5. You've got Brewdog there, finished 7th last time out, ahead of Goomba and Bjorn Gamer. They'll be looking for some better results this time around. Of course, it is double your money tonight because you have the sprint race to get a few points in the bank first, following by of course the main race where the big points are scored. In the constructors, not in the kitchen. How are you? Not seen you in the chat for a while. Then again, I've not been in the stream chats for a while, so that's on me. Hope you're good. And keeping Towley in the kitchen in check. Yeah, moving on to the constructor standings. Aston Martin, so Find the Passes team, currently leading the way there. Pass and Whitey doing the damage there for Aston Martin. Ferrari currently 2nd. They're made up of Zero and RRL Toe Wolf. But they're closely followed by the likes of the VCarb, Visa Cash at Red Bull, Racing Bulls, Toro Rossos, Alpha Tauris, whatever you want to call them. But they're in P3, followed by the Red Bull team. They are top 4 in the constructors. We are now going to go track side for RRF1 Wednesday division here in Brazil. Got 9 of you watching, so thank you for tuning in to this. It means a lot, because it's been a while since I've done this, so apologies if I miss anything. I also am not very good with EA, so if someone does lag out and they're not Xbox, I will do my best to get you back in, but please don't shoot me down if I can't, because I genuinely am a little bit old and useless. Right. Where is... Get the stream going. Not the stream, but the overlay, so you can actually see what I can see instead of just looking at the standings for the whole time. There we go. Oh, I hope you are feeling better. I hope nothing went wrong. And you're back on your feet. Make sure Towerley does everything for you. You don't lift a finger. I will be having words with him on Mondays to make sure. But yeah, hope you're good. And enjoy the stream. I'll do my best. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done it, so we shall see how much I mess up. But yeah, it's sprint qualifying first. So we've got 12 minutes of action. We'll probably see people go out and do a medium run then a soft run. Fast times here to get pole. You're probably looking at sort of, what was our pole time on Monday? I think we did a 107.4. I think someone got a mid 107. I think would be a very quick time. But anything from sort of a high 107, low 108 is going to put you in the ballpark. Let me just get the menu up for y'all so you can see what I am doing. Speed my TV because I just realised I'm blocking what I can see with my own tablet, which isn't overly great as a starting point. Towley has retired, as has Dark Mark, so I'm guessing they aren't qualifying. Yeah, I'm pretty clueless, so they're probably doing a last to first challenge. I know what they're like, big egos and all that. But Dragoon is the first man out, so he is the one we are going to go on board with for our first flying lap of... ooh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Our first flying lap of Sao Paulo. Let's get everything off the screen. And just enjoy the power, the Ferrari power of this American team where the car is made in Italy, the engine is Italian, but the car is American, and they have a base in England. It's just all around the world as we head towards turn 1. Brake a little bit earlier than you think to hit the apex. A little bit early though, and that's what happens if you turn in too early. You hit the curb and the rear end wants to overtake you. As he comes around now, turn 3. DRS wide open. He's going to head down towards turn 4 now. The infamous Verstappen-Hamilton corner where Verstappen decided he was going to drive off to Argentina as he navigates that much cleaner. Into the tricky sort of Mickey Mouse slow section of Sao Paulo. What you tend to find in the race is everybody puts their lovely flashy light on to save their ERS because you just can't overtake around this bit. Very slow. This bit you come up to now, I think it's turn 10. This is, of course, where Hamilton spun Albon a few years ago. So there is an overtaking opportunity, but you probably want to stay behind just so you can get the DRS. As we'll put everything back on the screen now. Final corner, not technically the final corner, but the final corner really for a Formula 1 car, because the rest of this is now flat out, foot to the floor. Let's see what he can manage. You keep all the way to the left-hand side of the track for the shortest route to the line. It is a 108.6 for Dragoon. It's a good time considering he probably lost a few tenths at turn 1, so that's looking pretty solid for Dragoon. We'll go and see who else is on a lap. Let's have a look. DK is going to be coming around too, and I'll keep up with the times as they come through. DK in the McLaren. Oh, a little bit wide there, but keeps it in bounds. Past the pit entry he will go. He'll keep to the left-hand side. He is out of ERS, so he's used it all on this lap, so he'll lose time heading towards the straight. It's a 108.7 for DK. We have a mighty green machine coming next. This is what I drive on a Monday, so come on, Gavin Bass. Put that green machine up there. Not that I'm biased. But here he goes. Gavin Bass across the line is a 108.3. Really good drive from Gavin Bass on Monday, actually. Just got really unlucky with someone disconnected and caused a bit of a ruckus at turn 1 on a restart. But yeah, Gavin Bass then with a 108.3. We've seen Woodsy go through with a 109.0. And Whitey with a 109.6. We have the other McLaren of Mr. Goomba coming across next. We'll see what he can manage as he comes across the line. He stays to the right hand side, so he's just doing some laps. 112.1, and that is close followed by Wystock with a 109.2. We have a blue dot next. Lovely old blue dot. There we go. Mr. Destroyer track. Quick driver is Destroyer. He's in the Williams. Let's see what he can manage, and it's straight into the pits. So I know he's missing an end plate actually. So there is no chance of a quick lap time on that occasion. We have a Haas car coming through next. Who is that? Oh, coming to the pits actually. We'll stay on with Goomba then actually. I imagine most people have done their laps now. Oh, Brewdog. There we go. Miss your Brewdog. Purple in the middle sector. It's looking like a solid effort so far. Will he stay to the left-hand side as well? Of course he will. Everybody does. Stays to the left-hand side. And across the line for the 109.3, we have Mr. Zero. Championship contender. He's invalidated, though. He did a 112.2. He will go again. Will good old Brewdog. And Aston Martin's just crossed the line as well. That will have been Whitey going again, I think. But we'll stay with Zero, who is... Is he backed off there? Oh no, it's just the camera angle. So Ferrari power for Zero. Needs a good result in the sprint. Like I said, we have no find the pass. No championship leader for the first part of tonight. Hopefully he can make it in time for the race, so he doesn't lose too many points to his championship rival. Of course, both Zero and Pass have raced this track already this week, as DK puts in a 108.0. Great time on the mediums there from DK. That's a stunning lap from the McLaren driver. Purple sector 2 for Zero. Can he compete? Just make sure I get the chat open in Discord as well. So Zero then across the line. Can he compete with DK? It's a 108.004. He does on the soft tyres, going 9/100ths of a second faster. Through next we have... who we got coming through next? It is an Alpine, I think. Yes, it is. Into the pits he comes, though. And then the McLaren, Goomba goes through next. He does a 14.1, so that'll just be potentially going again for another lap. So cool down lap, and then off he goes again. Then we've got Hayden Elite, who I just missed. He's gone P4 in the RB, so good effort there from Hayden Elite. Currently P4 in the standings as well. Didn't race last week, of course. Coming through next, we have, is it one of the Red Bulls, I think? We have Tom Stroudy. What can he manage? He comes across the line of 108.4, goes P5. Currently P3 in the standings. He is 8,000ths of a second behind Hayden Elite. We've got Dom about to start a lap, so let's see what Dom can do. His first and potentially only flying lap, as he's just doing the soft run. We'll stay with Dom, 8727, which will just be numbers assigned to him by the game, unless it means something. DRS wide open then. Already used half of his ERS. That's fine though, because you can usually build a bit back up through the middle sector. Fastest through sector 1 though, so that has worked. Whatever he is doing through the first few corners and the usage of the ERS, that has put him on a good start for his qualifying attempt. Looked a little bit loose there, but kept it in check. Around the tricky sector 2 now. Very tight. Looking really good though, this at the moment. What can Dom do? Coming up to the end of sector 2 now, where he was purple in sector 1. Is he going to keep it purple through sector 2? He does. 51.9 seconds. That was quicker than what Zero was at this point. So we'll see what he does as he comes across the line. He saved a good bit of ERS as well to push himself. Can he get into the 107s? It's a 108.3. Lost a bit there actually, but still a good time from Dom in the RB. We've got a Mercedes coming next. That is Bjorn Gamer. And he is going for another warm-up lap by the looks of it. Brewdog is just starting a lap. His teammate Gavin Bass is also starting a lap. So we'll go with... who will be on a lap then? We'll stay with Brewdog. See if we can get the other mighty green machine up there. He has actually backed out of this lap actually, so I maybe made a mistake somewhere. Let's see who else is on a lap. Gavin Bass, so he is 1,000th of a second down through the first sector, so on pace with his first attempt. Got to say, the when they released the livery for the... There we go, it took 8 minutes to get into livery conversation. When they released the Kick Sauber livery on that F1 live event, I quite liked it. It looked really nice. As Gavin Bass is now a 10th up through the second sector, so looking like he's going to improve. We'll just finish this lap, see what he can manage, and then we'll jump on with somebody else. Evening, Mr. Minion. Hope you're doing good. Gavin Bass does improve, loses a little bit of time in the final sector, but does improve to 108.265. But yeah, I saw the Kick Sauber in practice today, and is all I'll say. The colour of green they've used on that car is not as bright as it was on this one that we're on now, that we can see now. Just change the view. Yeah, so this green that you can see there, it's not quite as bright, it's a little bit duller, and the changing of the... Where you've got the engine cover, when they released it, it looked like quite a nice change of colour. It now looks just like a straight line, and it just... And there's barely any sponsors on it, and it just looks... I mean, they're clearly not trying for this season. They're waiting for next season. They're going to develop the car for next season. They're waiting for Audi, but they could have made an effort on the livery still. It just looked meh. That's the best way to word it. Right, anyway, yeah, I've got a job to do. So, Destroyer Drac, who hasn't set a lap time yet, after his invalidation earlier. He'll be wanting to get one on the board. At the moment, Zero has retired. DK is on another lap. He's currently in P2. Oh, Hayden Elite, sorry, has gone through on the medium tyres with a 108.0. Great lap from Hayden. But we're staying on board with Destroyer. Not set a lap yet. We'll see what he can manage. He's got a bit of traffic coming up. Hopefully they see him and get out of his way. I think it's a Red Bull. There's a Haas coming across the line now. I believe that'll be Dragoon. He did a great lap earlier on, but is he going to improve? It does by a 10th, but stays P7. There's an Aston Martin coming across the line now, and that is Whitey. Jumps up to P9 with a 108.8. We're staying with Destroyer Drat though. I'll keep you updated with the times as they come across the line. And I've just missed one already as the McLaren comes across the line. That is Goomba who jumps up to P9. The Red Bull of Tom Stroud is a 107.7 and smashes the field with his final lap. Destroyer Drat goes P3 as we have 4 drivers on the 108.0s. It is mighty close out there tonight, and I believe that is going to be... We've got Gaming Minion actually. Can he do as he comes across the line? He jumps into the top 10 with a 108.4. We have half a second separating second place down to 11th. That is insane. I can catch my breath now. I probably missed a few of you, so I apologise if I didn't see your laps. But again, there was 16 of you going around, and there's one of me, so take it or leave it. 13 of you now tuned in, so thank you all for tuning in on your lovely Wednesday evening, spending time with Massey. Those that have just joined in, this is my first comms attempt of this game. It's been a long time since I've done comms. Thought I'd step in as a one-off, be the hero that nobody wanted. But yeah, I believe there was an issue between I think 2 of the drivers. Hopefully they sort it out. You know, one thing we have to all remember: it's a game. Tempers can, you know, raise and lower or whatever the phrase is. But at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. So hopefully they can work past their differences and you can get your regular commentator back. But there we go. Tom Stroudy, Zero, Destroyer, Hayden, DK, Gavin Bass, Wise Dog, Dom, Gaming Minion, Dragoon, Goomba, Brewdog, Whitey, and Bjorn Gamer. Those are your top 14. I didn't scroll down, so I missed the next 2. Can I go on Race Director and see that? Yes, I can. I'll go a bit quickly because they'll be doing their tyre strategy. Yeah, Woodsy P15, Lenny P16, Towley and Dartmark did not qualify. They start 17th and 18th. But I'll go off that so we don't show everyone people's tyre strategies. Right, just while I go and get a wee drinky poo, I'll put your little RF1 intro back on again. Intro, mid-tro, mid-break. Interlude! Let's go with interlude.
Track. There ain't no looking back. Commitment at the fore and epic racing galore. From the front to the rear, grand battle so sincere. Get ready, get ready. Wednesday division, watch us fly in wet conditions or even dry. Foot to the floor, hear that engine roar. Wednesday, go. Strategy, it is make or break. DRS games, there's a lot to take. DRS battles wheel to wheel. Late in the corner, hear the tires squeal. Attendance amazing, a full grid race. No pen bonus and a rapid fast pace. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Wednesday division, watch us fly strategy, it is make or break. RRS games, there's a lot to take. DRS battles, wheel to wheel. Lay in the corner, hear the tires squeal. Attendance amazing, a full grid race. No pen bonus and a rapid fast pace. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Wednesday division, watch us fly. In wet conditions or even dry. Foot to the floor, hear that engine roar. Wednesday, Wednesday, go, 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 Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday division, let's go. From the pit to the track, there ain't no looking back. Commitment at the fore, and epic racing galore. From the front to the rear, grand battle.
That's some good guitar work on that, isn't it? I'll tell you what, whoever put that together, I'm guessing that was Woodsy. Woodsy, if you're watching that, if you put that together, that is a very cool intro. I don't know, was that some kind of AI thing to get the, or did somebody actually sing that? Yeah, very cool there, sort of video montage thing for the Wednesday division. Hope you all enjoyed it, but of course, we are getting ready now for the real action. As they are now about to do their formation lap. See what tyres people are starting on. You would have thought most people start on the mediums. A few have gone for the soft tyres actually. So a little bit of a surprise. I don't remember what I started on actually. Maybe I did do the softs. I can't remember. But yeah, so Tom Straddy P1, he'll start on the mediums alongside Zero, who of course is battling for the championship. So Tom Straddy third in the championship at the moment, Zero second. Tom Straddy would very much like to get one over on Zero and get some good points on the board tonight. Destroyer Drac, he's starting P3. He's gone for the more aggressive soft tyre start ahead of Hayden Elite, DK and Gavin Bass all going for the medium tyres. Wise Dog in the Alpine, he's gone for the soft tyres in P7 ahead of Dom on the mediums. Gaming Minion, Naughty Boy, he got disqualified on the formation lap. He is gone for the mediums. Dragoon and Goomba 10th and 11th on the grid for Haas and McLaren respectively, also on mediums. You've got Brewdog on the softs in P12. Whitey has gone for the mediums. Bjorn Gamer for the softs. Woodsy on mediums as well. And then you've got Lenny, Towley and Darkmark all going for the soft compound tyres. So as they get ready to line up on the grid, are we going to get a good view or are we just going to stare at the rear ends of all the cars? So let's go on board with Destroyer Drac. Why can't I see a proper view at the start? Oh well, let's stay on board with Destroyer Drac then. Here we go then, it's 3 lights, 4 lights, it's 5 lights here in Brazil for the sprint race, and away we go! So it's a bit of a wheel spin there for Destroyer Drac, but it looks like the Ferrari has got up the inside of Tom Stroudy there. But Tom's fighting back and the Red Bull hangs on, throws it into turn 2. As we head further back, we have got side-by-side action there with Hayden Leet and DK still side-by-side heading down towards turn 4. Action at the back as well. 3 wide it looks like there as Hayden Leet hangs back. Further back, everyone got through cleanly. It looks like it as Bjorn Gamer stays ahead of Brewdog just about side-by-side here. And Brewdog has to concede. As the Ferrari runs a little bit wide there, that's going to give the Aston Martin of Whitey a chance to come up the inside. As Towley there runs... Oh no, it's Towley making a position there, sorry. Doesn't manage to get ahead of Whitey, but Whitey now fighting up the inside of Gaming Minion as well. Further up, we've got Destroyer Drac, who's been passed by DK. So not the best of starts for Destroyer Drac here. Can he get him back here? He's certainly pushing. I'll keep trying to look at the time differences. Towley looks like he's about to make a move on someone actually. Let's go back down here. There he is, Towley. Currently running in 14th place. We've got an accident there somewhere. One of the Haas cars, that is Dragoon, who has gone off track. Whether there was a skirmish there with somebody, I'm not sure. As Towley now makes it up to P12, going up the inside of Whitey, manages to get it done into turn 4, and that was just a bit of the road coming up, it would appear. Side by side, here we go. Gaming Minion and Whitey. No one's going to give an inch here as the Mercedes man tries to go all the way around the outside. That then becomes the inside line, and they're still side by side. It looks like the Mercedes has this, but is the Aston going to throw this back? No, he's not, and great driving there. Gamer Minion holds on to P13 as we head a bit further back up the field now. DK now is falling back. He's not in the DRS of the front two. He's going to have a bit of a challenge on now to try and hold these guys behind him as Destroyer Drac is coming through, and so is Hayden Elite as well around the outside. Is he going to manage to make it? No, he's not. At the front as well, there was a change for the lead. Something has happened to Gaming Minion. Gaming Minion has dropped down. Whitey as well. Dark Mark is now up to P13. Further back, Dragoon making a move on the inside. Can he get it done? He throws the car up the inside of the Mercedes, and through goes Dragoon into P15. We've got Hayden Elite as well, right on the rear end of DK. Looks like DK has managed to hold on to that position. P4, this is close, this is frantic. Brakes didn't work as they were supposed to, so I hit the grass and spun. Ah, okay, fair enough. Gamer Minion there having technical difficulties on the formation lap. We're going to go back on board with Tom Stroudy now. This is the battle for the lead. We missed the overtake last time. So DRS wide open. Can he get him back? He's a quarter of a second behind the two championship challengers. Up the inside he goes. Tom Stroudy retakes P1. Ooh, and look for a cutback there from the Ferrari man. There's some overtakes going further back, but I don't want to miss the battle for the lead here. I will go back and catch those shortly, but it looks like Zero is going to put pressure on the Red Bull man, and getting towards turn 4, he gets that move back. And further back we've got Hayden Elite trying around the outside of DK, but DK hangs on and stays in P4 for now. We have a yellow flag further back. Something has happened. Oh, there's a crash. There is a crash. That is Towley and Gavin Bass. Gavin Bass facing the wrong way. Towley, something else has happened to Towley as well. Let's quickly have a look further up. And Gavin Bass is disqualified for facing the wrong way. I mean, he had to let all the other cars go, so it's a little bit harsh there, Codemasters. Hopefully Gavin Bass gets a bit more luck in the main race, but I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't catch it on the stream. But yeah, something looks like it's happened between Towley and Gavin Bass there, or unless someone else caused it and they've just been passengers, we don't know. But Destroyer Drac here is... where's Beyond Gamer? Oh, there we go. So Zero there has been passed. I'm missing all the action here, aren't I? Ah, further down again. Oh, okay, Goomba's pitting. That's why I saw everyone moving. Fair enough. We'll head back to the battle for the lead. Then as we head towards turn 4, is Zero going to make a move? No, he's going to stay behind for now. Just smell the rear end and see what he had for dinner. DK as well, just hanging on behind Hayden Elite, who has retaken the McLaren man. So frustrations will be high. Towley in the pits getting that front wing changed. Same with Goomba, it looks like. So it looks like Goomba's had a moment with somebody as well, unless he was involved in that incident that caused a few cars to be caught out. And of course Gavin Bass ended up getting disqualified. Head a bit further back up because I've got a battle on our hands here for P9. Don't Dragoon under pressure here from Whitey and Gaming Minion behind. Woodsy has got ahead of Dom somewhere. It looks like Dom's had a bit of an incident. Yellow flag. But it's gone now. And the Aston dives to the inside. Whitey, does he make the move? Sends it on the Haas, but gives plenty of room. Brilliant driving from these two, Dragoon and Whitey. Super fair. And it is the Haas man that comes out on top. Zero trying for the move on the outside, not quite getting it. Can he make the move here? Or is he just going to sit behind his title rival? Further back, we have Whitey still sniffing the rear end of Dragoon here. Dragoon just saving that ERS, ready for another defence on the next lap. Gavin Bass. Oh, Goomba took me out. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky, Gavin. I was wondering what happened. I saw obviously you facing the wrong way and Towley off the track, but and then I saw Goomba coming into the pit, so I thought Goomba might have been involved somehow. Unlucky, Gavin. That's 2 Brazilian races you've been unlucky with. Hopefully the main race is a little bit nicer for you. We're going to go back up to the front now because Zero is on the rear end. He's got to make this move into turn 1. Gets that move done nicely before the apex. Hugs the inside so he can get a good run through turns 2 and 3. But it looks like Tom Stroudy's got an even better run here. He's just 0.2 of a second behind. Let's go on board with the Red Bull man here. See ya later, Ferrari. I am coming through on you. And then further over, we've got Weisdog here pressuring DK now. Oh, in the rear there, we've got Dartmark and Destroyer going side by side. Destroyer, great qualifying. He's struggling a little bit in the race there. Here I'm struggling to get my words out as well. Tally with the fastest lap of the race on those new tyres. Running in 17th. Looks like he was an innocent bystander then of that incident. Caught out in another driver's crash. Again, hopefully he has a cleaner race in the main race. Dartmark then has moved his way up from the back of the grid to P7. He had a great recovery drive on Monday, of course. Ended up winning the race. Brilliant drive from Dartmark. He's looking to do the same again tonight. Back up to the front, we've got Zero retaking the lead on Tom Stroudy. We have RRL Weisdog overtaking DK, but DK's going to hang it in there. Ooh, and Weisdog hangs on. No, DK's going to fight this. Gets a little bit out of shape. Oh, and a bit of contact behind from Bjorn Gamer. Just gets his rear end a little bit loose. Let's go on board with DK then. He's going to go for the move. Up the inside of turn 4, and DK, can he complete the move? Weisdog is going to hang this one right around the outside. ERS, he's out of ERS though now, so he's probably going to have to sit in there. Just slots in between the McLaren and the Mercedes. Brilliant racing between the three of them. The battle for P4 is certainly heating up. Hayden on his own at the moment in P3. Further back, we've got Lenny and Goomba having a right old ding-dong as the McLaren man gets his man and moves up to P15 on his recovery attempt. Move further up now. Let's see who is close. We've got a battle for the lead again. Hayden's actually starting to reel these two in now. He's put it down to 1.9 seconds. As up the inside again, these two continue to swap positions. We've got Weisdog and DK. This time Weisdog gets the move done. No! And DK throws it in again. And is DK going to be able to make the move back as they head towards turn 4? There's 4 of them in a row here. Dartmark has caught the back of this group very quickly indeed. And DK goes up the inside again. And oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact there, but DK manages to save the car. Great driving there from DK to hang on to that. That looked all the way an incident. But it hangs on to it just about. Dragoon there still holding off Whitey. P9 and P10 for these two. We've got Towley at the back. He's now making a move on Lenny. To the Ferrari man. Round the outside he goes. Nice and easy for Towley on those fresher tyres. Here we go again for the old switcheroo between the Red Bull and the Ferrari. At one point, one of these cars is going to want to stay behind because do you want to be leading on the last lap or do you want to be in P2 on the last lap? The old strategical error, if you get it wrong. We'll see if Tom Stroudy can get him back here as they head towards turn 4. Should get this done pretty easily. He does indeed. Weisstock then. Oh, a bit of contact there with Darkmark as Darkmark finds his way through. And that was very close indeed. Oh, and they've touched. And who is that? That's the Darkmark going off the track there. I don't know what happened to lead up to that. It looked like Darkmark was way over to the left-hand side of the track. And DK was like, I'm coming through regardless. It might be one for them to look at afterwards, that one. DK looks like he's a man possessed at the moment as Darkmark looks to try and make the move back at him. Currently in P7. His attack has just stalled a little bit while he's got into this queue of cars. That can happen in Brazil when you get into a bit of a train and you have to get a little bit creative on some of your moves. So we'll stay on board now with Darkmark. We'll see what he can do. We know what's going to happen in the front. Zero's going to get the lead before turn 1. Tom's going to get the lead back before turn 4. We'll watch the timing screens and see if that happens. Here comes Darkmark chasing down DK. DK covers the inside. Darkmark's going to try and go the long way around the outside. He's being forced close to the grass there. He left the width of a Williams on the outside. And DK hangs on to fight another day. Bjorn Gamer currently ahead of Weisstock. This is going to get very tasty indeed. Here we go. DK's going to throw it up the inside. A touch from behind as the Alpine touches the back of the Mercedes. Darkmark, oh, was the touch there? Did he hit the grass? I think he might have just touched the grass. And through goes Destroyer Drac back into P7. Meanwhile, we've got DK looking for a move on the Mercedes. It's all getting very, very tasty as we head into the final couple of laps here in the Brazil sprint race. I will go back to the lead battle now because look who has snuck up on... Oh, while I do that actually, what's happening here? Darkmark is looking for a move on Destroyer Drac around the outside here. That would be bold. Doesn't quite get it done. Oh, and runs wide and gets a bit of a clout for his troubles there. And through goes Zero into P1 as we start the final lap. Is Hayden in touching distance to mount his own attack? That is the question. Here we go. Tom Stroud is going to take the lead into turn 4, which means Zero's going to have to do it on a drag to the line. Hayden, meanwhile, is going to watch on all of this from P3. Can he get close enough to make a difference himself? He's been inching closer and closer. Further back, meanwhile, DK has got into P4, finally got his man. And further back, as a load of stuff gets kicked up there from the other cars. We'll head back to the battle for the lead because Hayden Elite has got himself right on the back of this battle now. 3 cars, 7/10 of a second as we head towards the final few corners of the sprint. It's been Tom Straddy versus Zero for the whole race, but Hayden Elite has rocked up at the back of this. Zero has an 80% ERS. This is going to be tough for Tom to hang on to P2. Oh, sorry, to hold on to P1. He might even get caught by Hayden Elite. He's head towards the line. Who's going to get it? It is Tom Stroudy by 0.5. But who's going to come out here for P4? DK leads the way, but they're queuing up behind him. It's Bjorn Gamer and Weisstock. I think DK is going to hold on here, actually. He's got enough in the tank. Look at this behind. Look at this. 5 cars cross the line together. Destroyer Drac, Darkmark, Dragoon, Whitey and Gaming Minion. Less than 1/10 between each car. That was insane across the line. Well, well. What a return to the comms booth. That was fast and frantic. Insane. Got a bit rough and ready at some points. Obviously, I didn't see what happened with Goomba and Gavin Bass. Looks like there was an incident there, and Tyler got caught up on it, from what I read into it. Might be one for the students to have a look at. But yeah, what a drive. Tom Stroudy and Zero changing positions every lap, or twice a lap on most occasions. And then Hayden chipping away, and got to within touching distance on the last lap. But the other two just had enough in the tank to pull away for the start-finish line, as they are your top 3 for the race. There you have it, 0.5 between Tom and Zero. Tom needed every point he can get on Zero. Hayden Elite finishing out the top 3. They are 2nd, 3rd and 4th in the championship at the moment. Zero, Tom and Hayden. DK had and it's got off my screen. DK had a race-long battle with about 6 cars, and he comes out on top of that battle to get P4. Darkmark, I think, and oh, look at the weather! I'm going to interrupt myself. Look at the weather. We have a wet qualifying session. Yeah, bloody hell indeed, Tom. That was crazy. Yeah, insane, to say the least. So, are we going to see anyone come out early, or is it going to potentially dry up, and we're going to see some cars just wait? Tell you what, I don't know how you comms guys do this every week. I'm going to lose my voice after just one attempt. That was only the sprint race. I almost did a bit of a Murray Walker there at the end of that sprint race. And look at this! Look at this! Oh, Murray Walker and his Murrayisms. What a legend. Legend of the sport. I literally grew up in the 90s, and that was the voice of my childhood. And there is a McLaren coming out first. Dartmark retires in the pits. He's going to start from the back again. We have, is it Goomba? I think it might be Goomba. We have 19 now. So who else has joined? Who is in now that wasn't in before? Oh no, that is everybody. Oh yeah, it's just Find the Pass we're waiting on, isn't it? So Goomba is our first man out. Let's look at the conditions. Those are horrendous conditions. Yeah, that looked tough, Tom. That looked tough. Especially the battle from sort of... I mean, you wouldn't have seen it because you and Zero were off playing switcheroo for 12 laps. But the battle from 4th down to about 9th, 10th, there's about 5 or 6 laps where it was just... I thought they were going to have a Royal Rumble at one point. It was entertaining for me. They were probably a little bit stressed, but it was certainly entertaining for me. Still no sign of Find the Pass, but we will stay on board with TSD Goomba, as he is going to be our first man to go on the wet tyres. It is treacherous out there. Let's see how he handles the sort of tricky turn 1, 2, 3. Bit of a lock up there, unavoidable in the wet. Oh, feather in the throttle, oh, and the rear just gets away from him. Drifting around turn 3. These are going to sort the men from the boys, these conditions. Tally retires as well. He's going to start from the back. Tiptoeing around turn 4. You can see the difference in how they take the corners from the dry, where they were throwing the cars in and knowing they were going to stick, thanks to the mechanical and aero grip these things have these days. But in the wet, they are having to tiptoe around, dance around these Brazilian corners, samba style. We shall see who is the Rainmaster very soon. Goomba then finishing the tricky middle sector, which I would imagine is very tough in the wet. A couple of corners left to navigate for the Papaya Man. There's an Aston Martin behind that looks like is going very quickly. Not sure if that's Apex or Whitey, but we will soon find out when they cross the line. So there we go, Goomba comes across the line. It's a 1 minute 22.0. And Apex is a 1:20 point. Yes, yeah, I thought he was going quick. Very quick indeed. A 20.8 for Apex, quick in the wet. Third man's going to be across the line, and it is a 22.3 for Wise Dog. Brewdog then does a 20.8 across the line. We then have a Ferrari of Zero, who does a 20.3, half a second quicker than the next fastest driver. We have Woodsy starting an outlap. DK managed to hang on to P4 in the end in the sprint race. What can he do in the wet conditions of the main qualifying? A 20.6 goes second fastest. Good time from DK. I think we've got Tom Stroudy coming through next. Of course, the winner of the sprint race by a whisker. He comes across the line as a 21.8. We then have, it is an RB who's just started a lap. So it will be a McLaren next. This is Goomba, who's 1.4 seconds up, much better on this lap than his previous lap. Did a 22.0 last time, so he's definitely into the 1 minute 20s at least. Across the line he comes, and it's going to be a 1 minute 20.4 to go P2 and usurp his teammate. Gavin Bass, sorry. He comes across the line at 21.5 for Gavin Bass. We've got the Alpine coming across the line of Weisdog. He was up on his time, and Weisdog 21.5 goes P6. And Brewdog there comes across the line to do a 20.3, who's immediately beaten by Zero with a 119.4. The first man into the 19s. This track is ramping up very quickly. It might not be long before we see some people test out the intermediates. In fact, Gaming Minion has already done that with a 122.5. I've got a Red Bull coming across the line next. That's going to be Tom Stroudy. What can he do? He's 6/10 up at the moment, trying to get into the 1 minute 20s. DK goes P2 with a 20.0, 6/10 off Zero's time. Tom Stroudy, meanwhile, is a 121.2. He's P6. Whitey is coming across the line to do a 23.4. He goes 11th quickest. I'm interested to see what Gaming Minion's doing. He's on his inters. Oh no, he's down on this time. Yeah, just wondering. I wonder at what point the crossover is going to be as to when they want to, when we're going to see a load of cars come in and switch to that intermediate compound. Let's see who's coming across the line next. Then it's going to be Mr. Gavin Bass, who is 1.7 seconds down on his time. Dragoon's not set a time yet. We'll see what he can do as he comes across the line. Hassman, Ferrari Power, 21.4 goes P7. We've got Brewdog coming across the line again. He's down on his time though. He's going to be followed over the line by Ferrari of Zero, who does a 119.1 and puts 9/10 of a second between himself and second place. It's looking very much like Zero is the Rainmaster here in Brazil. As we have Hayden Elite coming across the line for his first flying lap at 20.3. Good first time for Hayden Elite. Mr. Woodsy, graphics extraordinaire. He's going to come across the line, and it's a 136.0. That was clearly a building lap again. We've got a Mercedes. Is that Bjorn Gamer? Of course, he was involved in that 4-5 car battle across the line, or in the last race, sorry. Into the pits comes Bjorn Gamer, not happy with that particular time. We have an Aston Martin of Whitey coming across the line next. That's not going to be an improvement. Dom comes into the pits. Goomba comes across the line. He does a 20.0 to go third overall. We have the Haas next of... Ooh, did I just hear a car spinning? Maybe not. Anyway, Dragoon goes P5 with a 20.1. We've got Mr. Brewdog. He has gone P2 with a 19.8, the second man into the 1 minute 19s. Into the pits comes his teammate Gavin Bass. We have a Haas car who is facing the wrong way. That is Woodsy. Can't park there, mate. Learning from Valtteri Bottas' mowing school of driving. Tom Stroudy next, I think. He is invalidated. Of course, we know about Woodsy. He's just had a spin. Monsieur Apex, we will stay with. See what he can manage. He's got a McLaren ahead of him. That'll be Goomba. Those two very closely matched. Just 2/200ths of a second between Apex and Goomba. Are we going to see people jump and put the intermediates on? That is the question. It still looks very wet out there. Into the pits then comes Apex. Goomba carries on. Dragoon is 3/10 up on his lap. What can he do? Can he get into the 119s? Yes, he can. A 19.9. He goes P4 overall. We've got a Ferrari coming through next of Zero. And an 18.9. The first man into the 1 minute 18s. It is getting quicker out there. We've got 8 minutes left still. Plenty of time for people to bolt on the intermediates if it does get to that point. And it could be a case of last man on the track has the best conditions. as Hayden Elite still P2. Sorry, he goes P2 ahead of Brewdog now on almost identical time, 9 thousandths of a second between them. We are staying with Dom. Actually, we'll stay with Dom. Got a Mercedes coming across the line now. That will be Gaming Minion. No, it won't. It will have been Bjorn Gamer who's starting a lap. Let's go with Bjorn Gamer. Actually, he's not set a lap time yet. Let's see what it looks like now. Oh, there's a bit of I mean, it's not a dry line, but it's a less wet line. is how we should call it. It's not as wet as the other bit. Into turn 4, there's definitely a little bit more bite in the front now from what we were seeing earlier on when we first jumped on with, I think it was Apex. As you can see now, Apex is actually... Oh, I thought he was going to put the intermediates on. Yellow flag there, I don't know who that's for. Is anyone going to be brave and put the inters on? Brewdog has put them on. Is he going to come out? Or is he going to put the wets back on? I think if you can stay on this sort of darker line, inters will probably work, but as soon as you go off this line, you're going to be struggling. So you're going to have to be very precise with your steering input. A late entry there for Bjorn Gamer, but he manages to get it turned nicely. Looking for the drier bits of track. Just a heads up for everyone that is listening to the stream, there will be a lobby restart after qualifying, as Lenny's AI will be a solid car and will cause issues. Bjorn Gamer then does a 120.6 to go P9 overall. We have a McLaren coming through next. It will be Goomba, who does a 119... Oh no, he did that before. Sorry, Goomba, I missed that lap. A 119.6 for Goomba. So we have 5 cars now in the 1 minute 19. As Brewdog is on an outlap on the intermediate tyres. Let's see what this is like. Sounds very wheel spinny. Is that the technical term? Wheel spinny. Oh yeah. Maybe not ready for inters yet. We'll see. Let's see how his lap goes. We'll stay on with him. Weisdog has put inters on in the pits as well. Is he going to come straight in? No, he's going to do a lap, so let's see what he can manage. Tiptoeing through turns 1 and 2. It's hard to tell whether this is quick or not. It certainly looks... I've got to say it looks... Oh, big slide there from Brewdog. Well held. From the West Brom fan, the Brummy, Mr. Brewdog. 10th down at the moment, but that's not too bad. The track will come to him. It's definitely starting. It definitely looks like it's a bit dry as it was before. Almost off the track there, though. Weisdog has gone out on inters as well. Yeah, so 5 drivers into the 1 minute 19s now, or 0 of course in the 1 minute 18s. Then you've got Apex and DK just separated by 600ths of a second in P7 and P8 at the moment. And then a bit of a gap back to Bjorn Gamer and Weisdog. Still waiting for timed laps from Lenny and Destroyer Drac. Is Destroyer Drac waiting for the conditions to be a bit more likeable, do we think? Yep, cheers Woodsy. Yep, just reiterating that again. Lobby restart after qualifying due to Lenny's AI. So no improvement from Brewdog on his first attempt. We'll see what he can do on this attempt. Is it getting any better out there? We'll soon see as he hits through his first sector, and he is half a tenth up. The track is coming to him. Let's have a look at some of the other drivers. There's a McLaren coming through. It is Goomba. He's going to come across the line to do a 1 minute 21.5. I think it might well be Inter's time. Although Dragoon is actually up on his time now. Let's see what he can manage. Can he get himself higher up the grid? He comes across the line of 119.3, goes P3 for Dragoon. We have, I think it's Dom coming through next. No, it's his teammate, who's Hayden Elite. But he's on an out lap. So go back to Mr. Dom, who is not on a quick lap. So we'll do Mr. Brewdog then, who is 4/10 down now. So lost a bit of time through the middle sector. But it does like the track is it's getting close. It's getting to that point now where Inters might well be the tyre to be on for your last run. That's going to be the question. Do you bolt on Inters for your final run, or do you stick with your wets? What is going to be the best tyre? Zero has gone out on wet tyres, so that tells you something perhaps. We have Ferrari coming through next. That is Zero just starting a lap. Dragoon, no, so that's Woodsy just starting a lap. Gavin Bass currently P12. What can he do as he comes across the line? No, he's just going to be starting a flying lap there. So we have DK is going again. We have Goomba coming across the line. He's on wet tyres. Not improving though. Not many improvements at the moment. We'll see what Apex is doing. He's invalidated. We've got Woodsy. No, we don't have Dragoon, but I'm going to miss him, aren't I? So he comes across the line. Let's have a look at Mr. Brewdog again. Is he up? So he is half a tenth up through the first two sectors. He might have done this just about right if they can get some. Oh, and a big slide. That's not going to be an improvement. That is not going to be an improvement. Let's have a look at Mr. Wise Dog. He's on the intermediates as well, but he is 3/10 down. It looks like it's possibly not going to quite get close enough for the intermediate tyres to be at their best. He does do a 1 minute 21.9, 1.2 seconds down. Let's see what Zero is managing to do. He's a tenth and a half up on the wet tyres to do but then loses time in the final sector to do a 119.0. We've got Woodsy coming across the line next. He does a 122.1. Oh, and Gavin Bass is on the side of the track. I think, he's just trying to get out of the way of people, isn't he? There we go. So coming across a few load of cars coming over the line actually, as Apex comes across the line to improve. Dragoon is going again. We've got not Dom, Hayden Elite. He's improving, and it's a 118.9. The second man into the 118s, and he is just 1/1000th of a second behind Zero, and he will get one more attempt to go ahead and beat that. We have got Brewdog on a lap, but he's 2.8 seconds down. Maybe the Inters were not the right call. It was worth it. It was definitely worth a try. As we have the Mercedes next of Gaming Minion, who's finished on a 122.5. There is a Ferrari coming across the line of Zero. His final attempt, he's a quarter of a second up on his lap. It's going to be a 1 minute 18.4. He has absolutely smashed it. Hayden is not improving. Can Dragoon do anything about it? Still got a couple of Inter runners on there. Tom Stroudy on the intermediate tyres as well. He's currently down in P7. Of course, the winner from the sprint. Dragoon then, I don't think he's improving actually. So let's go on board with Bjorn Gamer. He's gone into the pits. Where's Tom Stroudy? There he is. He is nearly a tenth up on those intermediate tyres. Has he timed it right? We'll soon find out. Final few cars are coming across the line. Keep our eye on that board and see if Hayden Elite can improve. He cannot improve. There's a Haas driver going slowly. He'll come into the pits. I think that will be it. We'll see what Tom Stroudy can manage then as he comes around the final bit of the track. What can he do on the intermediate tyres? It's a 1 minute 19.8. He doesn't improve in the end. Lost a bit of time at the last sector, and that is P7. And Goomba will come across to hold on to P6. Crazy qualifying session. Hayden threatened Zero at the end, but then Zero pulled out a stormer of a lap on those wet tyres just to show that the wet tyres were still the way to go. It was certainly getting close to the crossover, and the intermediates were not far off, but it never quite, got damp enough. It was just a bit too wet still. So I believe there will be a lobby restart now. I'll just check Discord, see if that is still the case. Anyone who sees this, can someone invite me back? Oh, it's Whitey. So let's do a quick run through of qualifying. So Zero takes the pole ahead of Hayden Elite, Dragoon, DK, TSD Apex and Goomba, Tom Stroudy, Brewdog, Bjorn Gamer and Destroyer Drac. We then have Wise Dog, Gavin Bass, Whitey, Woodsy, Dom, Gaming Minion, followed by Lenny, who didn't set a time, Towley, who didn't set a time, and Dark Mark, who didn't set a time. Well, drivers can rejoice because the rain has gone. There's no more rain. It is sunny blue skies here in Sao Paulo for the main race. Whether it stays that way is another question. And I've just realised I wasn't even in a party, so I hope to God you can all hear what I've just been saying. I assume you still can. Someone let me know if you've heard everything I've said, or whether I've just been talking to myself and it's just been a quiet stream for the last 30 odd minutes. Right, so we do have a lobby restart to deal with. Cheers Minion, thank you.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
As a reference, time lap time free air 18.4.
Let's find Mr. Woodsy. I've just thought as well, if I wasn't in party, for anyone that was in game chat for that race, has just had their own personal commentary while I've been commentating in the qualifying and the sprint. Oh well, it's all part of the experience. Okay, so just waiting for people to get back into the lobby, and then they'll reset the grid. Of course, for those that, just a reminder, Zero stormed to a very wet pole position for the main race, holding off the challenge of Hayden Elite. That is your front row for the main race. Championship challenger Tom Stroudy down in P7, I think he was, after he attempted to do his final run on the intermediates, and it didn't quite work out in the end. It was very close to being the crossover for Inters, but turned out the wet tyres were still the tyre to be on. And yes, Mr. Dragoon, I saw your qualifying attempts. Very good indeed. Of course, P3 for the Haas. Mr. Pass, jump in now, because there's been a lobby restart. You can make it for the race, but you will be starting P20. My heroic teammate from Tuesday nights. Let's see if I can get an invite over to you, Mr. Pass. Farmer pass. Can I find the pass? Can you find the pass? Where is find the pass? I found the pass. There we go. Invite to my game. Not my game, but you know what I mean. There you go, Pass. I have thrown an invite over to you. For those that forgot where we are, as you can see on screen, the lovely, beautiful graphic-y thing I made. There's the track. Look how cool that is. I did all that. I made that. Yeah, Woodsy's going to be hiring me soon. The graphics king. Yeah, of course, a lot of drivers, a lot of people, they pay their respect to the likes of Ayrton Senna around here. Of course, one of my favourite all-time drivers. Was he the greatest of all time? He certainly had some controversy assigned to him, but on raw pace, certainly probably one of the quickest to ever grace the tarmac. Quick reminder of the standings whilst we wait. I'll just check if Mr. Pass has got in. He has indeed. So Find the Pass will have an attempt to defend his honour in Brazil, but he'll have to do it from the back of the grid. Of you now tuned in, watching this lovely stream, spending your Wednesday evenings with yours truly. I do appreciate your company on this fine February evening. So there's the standings. Zero, of course, taking P2 in the sprint, so I believe that does put him top of the championship by a point as it stands. And of course, Tom Stroud getting the win. Which means he will now move on to 131 points. I think I'm sure it's 10 points for. I'm sure it's 10-1 scoring for the top 10. So yeah, of course he will be 24 points behind Zero now. And by no means out of this. Of course, Hayden Elite will be looking. He finished third in the sprint. He'll be looking to start to make some ground up on the top three after not racing last time out. Everybody is in the lobby now. We have a full grid of 20 cars. Wish me luck in trying to keep up with that, because the sprint was hard enough. In the constructors, like as we mentioned at the very start, Aston Martin leading the way, and they have their leader back in the form of Find the Pass, because of course Ferrari will have got the more points from the sprint. But now Aston are the ones that have the two drivers against Ferrari's. Who is it? Who they've got? They got Towley. Oh, and of course Zero. Although I think the reserves, if I'm not mistaken, they don't score for the team. Woodsy, can you confirm that? I race in this league, but I don't follow the rules. I probably shouldn't admit that. I don't know the rules. I just turn up. If I do something wrong, they'll tell me. But yeah, Ferrari then, they were 25 points behind. They will have closed that gap, of course, after the sprint. And the RB team of Hayden Elite and Dom will be looking to push on and see if they can close up the gap on the top two. Same with Red Bull. They've got Tom Stroudy and who else represented them tonight? Tom Stroudy and RRL Lenny. Tom Stroud, of course, winning the sprint, so the constructors will be getting a little bit closer. Everyone is ready to go. They score for team reserves. Only two reserves. Ah, okay. Who are the reserves? just so I know. Obviously, I know one of them is Towley. Oh, Darkmark, of course, isn't it? Towley and Darkmark, they are the reserves for tonight. They'll be starting P18 and P19. And then, of course, Championship leader coming into Brazil was Find the Pass. He'll be starting P20. So, of course, the man chasing him down the championship will start from pole. Find the Pass has a lot stacked against him, but we've seen him do wonders before. Can he work his way through and get himself closer to the front to challenge the likes of Zero, Tom Stroudy, Hayden Ali, Dragoon, DK? God, I'm trying to remember names now, but getting on a bit. Driver number 5, driver number 6, driver number 7. So let's have a reminder of the order of the grid. So we've got Zero on pole ahead of Hayden Elite, Dragoon P3 ahead of DK, Apex starts row 3 alongside Goomba. Oh, and everyone who's listened to this, remember your setups. Yeah, Tom Stroudy P7, Brewdog P8, Bjorn Gamer 9th ahead of Destroyer Drac in 10th. And then going from P11 we have Wise Dog, Gavin Bass, Whitey Woodsy, Dom, Gaming Minion, and then the drivers who did not set times. You've got Towley, Darkmark, Lenny, and then Find the Pass. He made it just in time to take part in this main race. He's going to need to have a lot of patience if he's going to start making his way through this field. And it's not an easy field to get through. There's a lot of very evenly paced, very quick guys here, as we saw from the sprint race. And of course, DRS trains can mean that overtaking get a little bit frantic and a little bit desperate. And sometimes you have to be a little bit creative in your moves. So I'll go off that now just so I don't give away people's strategies. Une stratégie. Oh, I hope you can hear me. I have just broken my headset, have I? Oh no. Testing. 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 1, 2. Check mic 1, 2. Little higher? Is that better? I'm very high now. Okay, I'll stay like this. Could you imagine if I did the whole race like this? It's lights out and away we go! To be fair, I got quite high towards the end of that sprint race. I think if I went any higher than that, I think I'd bloody smash windows and dogs would start barking. Mr. Dolphin! How the devil are you? You're missing being beaten by me? Is that what it is? You've come to watch a stream so you don't actually have to? Oh, I should probably put the actual streamy thing on, shouldn't I? So that I don't miss this. Could you imagine if we just did the whole race just looking at the Sao Paulo circuit instead of actually the race? They'd never let me do comms again. There we go. We'll look at the pit garages instead. Oh, look at those marshals. I tell you what, we've got one guy in shorts. I know 2 guys in shorts. A few more guys. Some guys wearing pants. It looks quite hot. I wouldn't be wearing pants if it was that weather. Maybe it's a safety thing. You see, quit the game because you were sick of my rear end. We haven't raced in a while. Did you not race F1 the F1 game anymore? A few people have done that now. Greza, who we used to quite a lot of us know, he mainly does what's it called? That PC racing game now. That what's it called? iRacing. So he does a lot of iRacing now, whereas he used to race the F1 game all the time. I think a few people have been turned off by this one. ACC. Oh, is that Assetto Corsa? Yeah. So Assetto Corsa and iRacing, is what quite people have turned to now, because Codemasters have taken a backward step with this game, I think. If at any point you can't hear me, guys, just let me know. Like I said, I've not done this in a while, so I forget to check. Should be a couple more minutes and then we'll get the racing underway. It looks nice and sunny here in Brazil. Don't know why I'm talking in an Australian accent, especially when they're South America. But yeah. For those that caught testing today, of course you don't read too much into testing, but Lando Norris, P1, championship done, Brits back on top. And apparently tomorrow, now it doesn't really rain much in the Middle East, but when it does, because they do this cloud seeding thing, so I'm going to get very technical and boring now. But they do a lot of this cloud seeding thing over the UAE and sort of over Qatar and Saudi Arabia, just because they don't get a lot of rain. So when it does rain there, they don't have the infrastructure to actually deal with it. So when it buckets it down, it really does so, and apparently it's meant to rain tomorrow, so that's going to be very interesting, because apparently only two teams, Aston Martin and I forget who the second team is, have brought intermediate tyres. So there might be a lot of cars just in the garage tomorrow if it turns out to rain, which could be quite interesting. So formation lap underway. The top 9 all on medium tyres, which is the preferred starting tyre for the strategy around Brazil. Destroyer Drac has gone for the alternate strategy on the hard tyres. Wise Dog on the mediums. Gavin Bass gone for the aggressive soft tyre to start with. I did this on Monday and did soft to hard. 13th down to 17th, so you got Whitey, Woodsy, Dom, Gaming Minion, Towley all starting on the mediums. Dartmart, just like he did in the sprint, is starting on the softs to try and make up some early moves. Lenny on the softs and Monsieur Fanzopas also starting on the soft tyres. First time we've seen him tonight, of course. So we'll see what Pass can bring to the table. Once again, we'll go on board with third place man at the start of the race, because it gives me a terrible view for the start. I can't really see much, so like I said, this is literally my view of the start of the race. There we go, we are on board with Dragoon. His beloved Alpine team behind him, 5th on the grid. 3 lights, 4 lights, it's 5 lights here, and as Murray Walker would say, it's go, go, go here in Brazil as they hurtle towards turn 1. The Ferrari in the lead, and is the RB going to stay on the inside, sorry, on the outside, and through goes Dragoon. No, doesn't quite make it through. The McLarens further back were side by side. They're still side by side, actually, the McLarens. It is Wood, Goomba and DK, but DK hangs on. The Mercedes tries to go right around the outside there. Bjorn Gamer still side by side with the McLaren. And oh, and in the background there is a crash. That is Gaming Minion. Find the Pass, who's already missing an end plate, and RRL Lenny. And that is not the start to the race that Find the Pass will have wanted. Already starting from the back, same with Lenny, and they are both down. Woodsy losing out there to Dark Mark, who's just driven straight around the outside of him. Towley already up to P12. Looking for a much cleaner start to this race and avoiding the incident this time as he makes his way closer to the top 10. Does have Wise Dog right on his rear end though. Oh, he's falling back though, no actually. Zero stays ahead of Hayden Elite. See if Hayden can stay within touching distance early doors this time. Dom there on the inside of Destroyer Drac. Managing to hang on to that and stay in P16. Meanwhile, Dartmark looking for a move on Wise Dog, goes to the inside. They both got DRS, of course. Dartmark manages to get the move done up into 13th then for Lord Voldemort. Further up, we've got DK on his teammate, very close. Bjorn Gamer right on the rear end, and the Kick Sauber there flicking its nose to the inside, seeing if he can put off the Mercedes man, but there was no wiggle room there for the green machine. Back up to the front then as Hayden Elite has managed to stay, and it looks like a mistake there from Zero. He's run a bit wide, and through goes Hayden Elite. Dragoon also has a run on Zero here. This could be double trouble for Zero, and Dragoon goes through into P2. And that's 2 places lost from Zero. He must have just got a little bit wiggly. We've also got Towley making a move there. He moves into P11 on those medium tyres. Great start from the Ferrari man from the back of the grid. As you can see the people pitting now. And the pass looks to have decided to stay out actually. Maybe he's hoping for a safety car. Oh, we've got 4 cars here, almost side by side. Got a move here for the McLaren man, just giving a little bump and run there on the Mercedes. It's opened up the inside a little bit. Not opened up enough. There are cars everywhere you look around Sao Paulo. It's always the same. It is a crazy race full of excitement and moves. Go further forward. Bjorn Gamer is on the back of Goomba. Can he make the move? Hayden Elite currently leads 7/10 ahead of Dragoon, whereas Zero is right on the rear end. We'll look at that in a second. Got the McLaren there, DK right on the rear end of the Mercedes. He's not going to be close enough. Further back we have the Ferrari of Towley moving up the inside there of Brewdog and just making sure there's no further room to come through. And Gavin Bass is going to have a look at his teammate. Round the outside he goes. He's on the grippier, softer compound of tyre. And 2 green machines are side by side to turn 4. And through goes Brewdog. Sorry, Gavin Bass did go through, but Brewdog managed to get it back actually. They're still side by side, but I think Brewdog should hang on to this one now, and he does indeed. Great race there between the 2 Kick Saubers, and a bit of a wiggly moment there. It allowed Dartmark to have a little bit of a sniff on the green machine. Meanwhile, RL Lenny has just made a move on... Oh no, sorry, Destroyer Drac is in the pits. I think I saw him pick up a penalty as well then actually. Where's penalties? He did, so Destroyer Drac has picked up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I did that exact same thing. Let's look at positions gained actually on Monday. So you can see them positions gained at the moment. Let's go back with Wise Dog. Where am I, Wise Dog? Because he's just... Oh, Dartmark there making a move actually. The McLaren is 3 wide. It's the 2 Kick Sauber. 3 Kick Saubers. What am I on? 2 Kick Saubers and the Williams. Dartmark there trying to get the move on the inside of Brewdog. Gets it done. And Dartmark now up 8 places, same as Towley. In fact, Towley is getting DK here. Is he going to make it stick into turn 4? DK's going to hang it round, but Towley makes the move. And as we say, that Goomba has also got past the Mercedes of Bjorn Gamer. Sorry, Goomba has got past the Mercedes. As DK closes right up to the back of these 2. Is he gonna... Oh, he had a think, didn't he? He definitely had a little snifferoo there at that one. And as we look further up through the top, Zero there, just a 10th behind Dragoon. Dragoon needs to hang on to DRS, but he has just dropped out of it. He's going to be under pressure from Zero. And Tom Stroudy, who's up 3 places. Good start for Tom Stroudy in the Red Bull, of course, challenging Zero. And find the pass for the championship. Find the pass, of course, has stayed out. He's certainly in P17. And there we go. There goes Zero ahead of Dragoon. Tom Stroudy stays in P4. He looks like he's got a really good exit though through turn 3. Oh, he went for the move on the outside, but didn't quite get it the timing right of the move, and just touched the back, and that just slowed his momentum right down. And we have a 3 wide here. It's the 2 McLarens and the Mercedes and the Williams. Who's going to come out top here? The Mercedes is going to go around the outside off the track as Towley picks up a 3-second time penalty in the Ferrari further up. And that was some interesting movement there from the Mercedes and the McLaren. And Dartmark once again watching on like he did in the sprint race, and hopefully this time he can avoid any incidents. He's had a good start so far, up to P8. Up to P10, up 8 places, but Towley up 11 places from 17th on the grid. Great start from the Ferrari man, and currently running in P6, showing that he has got... Oh, in the background, that was DK! DK is hurtling down. He is well off the track there. What has happened to DK? And oh! And he tried to rewrite it. Please don't reverse on track. Oh, I nearly had a heart attack. And round he goes again. And around and around and around. You spin me right around, babe. Who used to do that? Someone used to do that on a stream. Who used to do that? I don't remember. Someone used to do it. Anywho, let's go further up to Bjorn Gamer, who's just a 10th behind Goomba, but Goomba, thankfully for him, has a DRS. Don't think anyone is close to him here. Whitey might be, actually. Whitey going up the inside of Wisedog, but Wisedog fends him off for now. As I said in the pre-race, everyone's flashy light comes on during the middle sector. As they save that ERS, ready for the next defense. Right. Let's put tyres. So 6 laps now for the soft tyres. When you get to about lap 10, that's when most of the soft tyre runners will start thinking about their pit stop, because they tend to die off after about 8 or 9 laps, the softs. Further up to the front, we've got Zero now challenging Hayden Elite as Dragoon picks up his 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Minion has just got past Whitey down the start-finish straight. Tom Stroudy, meanwhile, is about to make the move on Dragoon and gets that move done into turn 4. Further down, let's have a look. Do we have anyone close enough for a move? We have Dom having a think about it, but not quite close enough. Battles all over the track here in Brazil. Still quite close. Hayden Elite leading the way. We'll go back to the front 4 now. We'll go on board with Mr. Stroudy. Actually, we'll follow Zero. He's in P2. Can he make the move on Hayden Elite? He might not be close enough to turn 1, but he might certainly have a go into turn 4 if he can stay close enough. Meanwhile, Towley has made the move on Apex. Nice and easy with the help of DRS into turn 1. He moves himself into P5 now. Bjorn Gamer, meanwhile, is closing on the back of Goomba, but he's just dropped a bit through the first couple of corners. There has Bjorn Gamer. Yellow flag. That is for Dom, who looks to have had a bit of a spin at turn 1 and 2. He drops down to P16, find the pass there. Still trooping on with that badly damaged front wing. He's hoping, praying for a safety car to come and save his race. So he's currently in P15, so he has still made some positions. But of course, if you look at how badly damaged that front wing is, nowhere near as many as he would have liked to have made. Back for this battle here then, Dartmark on the... Oh, and a big wobble then from Brewdog. That's going to cost him DRS, and it does indeed. We'll head back to the front now. As we're looking from the rear end of Hayden Elite. As you see that Ferrari gaining, but not gaining enough. Let's go on board with Goomba now. Goomba is going to lose out to Bjorn Gamer there. We've got Whitey as well making a move. So Whitey up the inside of Gaming Minion, and Destroyer Drac has got a 10-second time penalty. Whereabouts on track is Destroyer Drac? What's happened there? How bizarre. Very strange one there. So back on board with the leaders then. Zero right on the back now. Let's follow Zero through this final sector. 98% ERS. He is saving. Ready for a move on Hayden Elite. Good exit through the final corner. Should set up nicely. He's just 3/10 back from the RB. We're at the 10 lap point now. It will be soon when the soft tyre runners start to think about pitting, I would imagine. Hayden Elite hugs the inside line, and he's got to hold it in there though. Great driving from the two of them, leaving each other plenty of room, and slots in just ahead of Tom Stroudy, who is going to try and follow the Ferrari man through here. Oh no, he's going to try and make it 3 wide here. Tom Stroudy is going to try and get them both, but doesn't quite get it. He is going to make an attempt on Zero, but it's Hayden Elite who comes out on top of that battle. Brilliant racing from the four of them. Dragoon having a little nosy as Destroyer Drac has left the session and retired in the pits. Probably getting sick and tired of Codemasters just dishing him out penalties left, right and centre. We've got the soft tyre runners all coming out of the pits now. They've gone onto hard tyres, so Darkmark find the pass. Did he manage to change his wing? Yes, so he has a lovely new front wing on now, so he can try and start making up some time as DK is passed by Lenny there, I think. Or a failed overtake attempt, I'm not sure, one way or the other. DK on those medium tyres, they will starting to wear out now compared to the hards. These four though still nose to tail. Ah, screen freezes, okay. Yeah. It gave you a 10-second penalty in the pits, then it gave you another 10-second penalty for corner cutting, and I didn't even see you cut a corner. So, yeah, the game wasn't your friend tonight, Drac, but hopefully get some better luck next time. As we've just seen Dragoon there have a very close look at Tom Stroudy. These four nose to tail still, as they have been for most of the race. Let's go on board with Dragoon as he follows these three through. Bit of a tongue twister there. These three through. He's just got back a bit from these three. As Tom Stroudy, he nearly got them both last time, and he's very close this time. He's just half a second off Zero. He's got a full bit of battery, and he is pushing close to see if he can get past Zero and follow Hayden through. No, he's going to hang off back, and oh, safety car! Safety car is out at the perfect time for the medium runners. Who caused that, do we think? It's DK. I didn't even see him crash. So distracted on the other foot, I didn't see the crash, sorry. So yeah, we will see everyone jump into the pits now. The leaders will be very grateful that they managed to beat the safety car around, otherwise they would have been in a lot of trouble. But they can go around at the same pace as everyone else and still get their pit stops done. TK not happy with the level of jinxing going on. So yeah, everyone's gone onto the hard tyres now. Find the Pass will be very grateful for that. That pulls him back into play. Can he get Woodsy coming out of the pits? He should do. So that'll put him back up to P16 on those hard tyres. Only done 3 laps more than the other guys, so it's not too bad. They last quite well here. Yeah, I didn't think you'd cut it. Yeah, just the game. Codemasters being Codemasters. Unlucky Drac. So let's take stock of where we are at then. Fastest lap so far is Dragoon with a 1:10.1. Top 4 do need to pit though. They're in the pits now. Towley's coming round, you know. Let's have a look at Towley. Can he get any of these guys? He's pushing. He might sneak ahead of some of these. It's got to be very close. Let's stay on board with Towley. He might get Dragoon. Oh, it's got to be close. Where is Dragoon? He has got himself in between Tom Stroudy and Dragoon. What a recovery drive this has been so far from Towley. Wisedog gets a 3-second penalty under safety car conditions. Not ideal. Penalties at the moment, so Towley, Dragoon, Bjorn Gamer and Wisedog all with 3 seconds of penalties. Everyone else has been a good boy or girl. Position changes. So Zero and Hayden Elite, they are as they were, first and second. Tom Stroudy up 4 places, he's had a good race so far. Towley up 13, great drive from Towley, although he does have that penalty against his name which will come back to bite him at the end. Or could come back to bite him, I can't say will. We're not psychic. Apex, so Dragoon down 2 after starting P3. He's had a really good race so far, Dragoon. Really impressed with his driving and his battling. Apex and Dragoon are both down 1. Bjorn Gamer up 1. Brewdog down 1. Wisedog up 1. Gamer Minion up 5. He started P16. Whitey up 1. Dark Marker's up 5 so far. Safety car wasn't the best timing for him, so his recovery drive was stinted a little bit due to him pitting before the safety car. Gavin Bass down 2. Dom is where he was. Find the pass up 4. Despite the damage and the long pit stop and pitting before the safety car came out, he's found himself back in the race. Woodsy down 3 and Lenny down, up 1. Tyre wise, as expected. Oh, I say as expected, everyone except Lenny. Lenny is on the medium tyres. That is quite an ask to get those to the end. So he may well have to pit again. Maybe he's banking on a late safety car. Yes, some people find that, you know, they'll have a day of the week where they have really good luck. Sorry, I'm speaking and no one knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, Drax just said in the chat, no luck in a Wednesday division. Hope to continue the good run on Saturdays. So something that happens to some people where they just get no luck on a certain day of the week, where everything goes wrong on that one day, and then they're fine on any other race they do. It's really weird. Maybe it's like a psychological thing, or maybe it's bad juju. Something you're putting negative energy out into the world. As Woodsy picks up a 3-second time penalty as well there. Maybe it was very close. Maybe he was avoiding someone. Safety car may come in this lap. Might be a late call. We'll soon find out. We'll go on board with Hayden Elite. Yep, safety car is in this lap. So we're on board with the P2 man. Just 2 DNFs so far. Destroyer Drac, of course, had issues with the game. And DK, who's just retired. Boo, for anyone that wants to know, Liverpool just won. Oh, Man United won! Haha, woo! Let's go! Anywho, back to what I'm supposed to be doing. So Hayden Elite has gone, but he's been caught napping. Towley has had a good start. He is right on the rear end of Tom Stroudy, but he's not going to be close enough for a move into turn 1. Is everyone going to keep it clean? And oh, there's a nudge there from someone, and round goes the kick Sauber. He touched the back of the car in front. It was like a dumb. Oh, and he got on the power. There is chaos. There is chaos. Yeah, he got back on track and then lost the rear end again. Brewdog, unfortunately, doesn't look like anyone got damaged, but it could have been a lot worse than it was. That was Find the Pass. Find the Pass was in that area, so looks like he's come through that unscathed this time. As has Dark Mark, looking for a move on the Aston Martin there. Is he going to get it? He is going to get it as Lenny picks up another 3-second time penalty. But the Aston Martin there of Whitey fighting back. And that could allow the... Oh, what? That was an optimistic move from Gavin Bass. And what a lovely piece of driving that was. He saw the gap, saw the opportunity, took it with both hands, and slotted that green car into a green car-sized gap. But that will not have pleased Find the Pass. He was looking for an opportunistic move himself and ended up losing a position. So we'll stay on board with Pass as Towley has got past Tom Stroudy further up. And he's going to stay behind for now. Let's go back on with that battle. Tom Stroudy then on the rear end of Towley. Towley is saving. Is Tom Stroudy going to look for the move? He's going to send it up the inside, and he's going to get the move back on the Ferrari drivers. Tom Stroudy gets back into P3. Dragoon hanging on nicely still as well. Meanwhile, Dartmark has got ahead of Gaming Minion as he starts his recovery drive for a second time up to P10. Meanwhile, Gaming Minion and... where is it? Yeah, sorry, there's Gaming Minion. Find the Pass is looking for a move. He this time gets back ahead of Gavin. Brilliant drive between these two. It's almost like they're trying to catch each other out and sneak the move past. But Find the Pass this time finds the pass. Dad joke of the day. He gets himself back up into P12 now. He's starting to make some proper ground up. Whitey now is on the rear end of Gavin Bass himself. Gavin Bass has not had the best of exits, and Whitey has got the move done already, and he's got DRS to pull away from it. So Whitey then, both Astons making a move on the Kick Sauber. Has moved further up to the top because Hayden Elite is looking for a move on the Ferrari. These two have been having a great old battle early doors. He's not going to be close enough though. It looks like there's some good straight line speed in that Ferrari. Dom and Lenny having a little battle, and it is Dom who gets the move, and round he goes, and there is a collision there. Nowhere for Brewdog to go, unfortunately. That is horrendous luck for the Kick Sauber, as Lenny lost the rear of the car, and unfortunately nowhere to go for the Haas and the Sauber. I think Woodsy got away with that one. Brewdog unfortunately did not, and yeah, similar to Pass, missing the entire right wing end plane, and that is a wing you need around here. So meanwhile up front, Towley pressurising the back of Tom Stroud again. Don't think he's going to be close enough for a move. These four just edging away from Dragoon though. He's going to hopefully he can hang on to this battle. Meanwhile, Dartmark has made the move on Wise Dog to get himself into P9. Further back, Lenny and Woodsy doing battle again, and it is the Red Bull man of Lenny who comes out on top ahead of the Haas. Brewdog in the pits to change that front wing after unfortunately he had nowhere to go, and there was a sideways Red Bull in his path. Got to find the pass, a big old ding dong here for P9. Dartmark leading this battle. He's going to try and pull these guys back up to what would be a train of about 12 cars if he can bridge that gap to the top 8. Although Dragoon looks like he's just fallen out of DRS range actually, so the top 4 will try and break away now. Unless Dragoon can get back in it, which I don't think he can. Let's go back up to the front then. Hayden Elite. He should get this move done nice and easily, and does indeed. From the back of the car, very intimidating to see that Scarlet Ferrari hunting you down. I'll find the pass. Not quite close enough to Gaming Minion. Can he get this move done? They're both going to have DRS, and he's not got the straight line speed to make a move. And this is the problem you get when you get stuck in one of these DRS trains. You've just got to be patient, and a little bit of a moment there for Pass drops him a couple of tenths back from Gaming Minion. Gavin Bass here as well. Too far. Gavin Bass trying to catch the back of Whitey, one of the Astons that cleared him a couple of laps ago. Dragoon has dropped now quite a bit back from the top 4. Now he's lost that DRS, as they'll top 4 will just pull each other along. Let's go on board with Mr. Stroudy here. Can he get 2 for the price of 1 like he tried in the sprint race? No, they're all just going to hang on here. Towley as well. These 4 will joust it out. There's still another 15, 16 laps to go, of course, in this race. Plenty of drama still to go. Those who've got Goomba, nothing to do there. Let's have a look at Find the Pass. Again, not close enough. Just sort of holding station at the moment. Towley right on the rear end of Tom Stroudy. Let's watch Towley through this middle sector. 2 Ferraris in the top 4, but of course Towley scores for Team Reserves, not for Team Ferrari. It's a good result this for the RB team and the Ferrari team. They're 1 and 2, whereas the Aston Martins at the moment, who are leading the constructors, are currently running 12th and 13th. So they'll be looking to try and make some moves and defend their lead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, it's looking very rosy for Zero, who, if it stays like this, will take a healthy lead into... Oh, and we've got 2x2 here. The one of the Ferraris, Towley, gets through into P3, while the other Ferrari of Zero gets through into P1. Meanwhile, Apex was very close to the back of Dragoon, the Alpine there. Oh, and tell you what, it looks like Dragoon is struggling a bit on these hard tyres. And the Mercedes there, Bjorn Gamer, is going to attempt to go on the outside of the Alpine here, and oh, a bit of a wheel bang there, and they're still side by side. Good battling between the two of them, and the Mercedes man, is he still ahead? Oh, I think he thought he cleared him, but he hasn't. The Alpine's going to have to go the long way around. Mercedes, they're still side by side. Who's going to come out on top? The Mercedes man has the inside. He should get this cleared, and he does. Great driving from these two. Some really good racing tonight. Great to see the respect on track as Bjorn Gamer holds on to P6 and gives Dragoon a little bit of breathing room, at least for one more lap. Meanwhile, back up to the front, we'll go on board with Towley. Can he make this a Ferrari 1-2? Oh, he's got a really good run on Hayden here. Oh, but he's run out of VRS. Go on board with Hayden here into turn 1. Hayden's actually going to go ahead of Zero, but Zero's going to hang this right around the outside, which then becomes the inside. And oh, and Towley and Hayden have come together. Hayden and Towley coming together on the turn 3 there, I think it was. And that's allowed Dragoon to catch right back up to the rear end. And Hayden has now dropped out of DRS range. And it's now Zero and Tom Stroudy battling out for the lead. And I've got Bjorn Gamer as well now on the back of Goomba. How quickly things can change. Lenny and Dom there. It looks like Lenny has got the move done. So the Red Bull man on those medium tyres making them work. But of course, we're pretty sure he's going to have to pit again. We've got Dom still on the rear end. I don't think he's going to be close enough to have a look through here. Let's go back up with Mr. Goomba. Turn 2, 3 might be one for the Stewards, but I think it was just... It's that old sort of concertina effect, isn't it? When sort of one car has to brake for another car, then has to brake for another car, and eventually someone's going to lose out. As down the inside there goes the Dart Mark on the Mercedes, gets the move done, and Dart Mark moves himself up into P8, and he continues to climb. Meanwhile, Find the Pass has managed to clear Wise Dog on the last lap, so he's up to P11 now. So that's an extra point there for the Aston Martin team, which is definitely what they need. And now that Hayden and Towley have lost that DRS, they are starting to drop back from the front two now. Bjorn Gamer is all over the back of the Dart Mark. Dart Mark has the back of Goomba, who's on the rear end of Apex. These 5 cars, is the 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars, sorry, are nose to tail. So we are going to stay on board with this battle right through to turn 4. And we're going to stay with the man at the back of this pack, Find the Pass. Good exit from the final corner there. Towley, meanwhile, has got past Hayden Elite into turn 1. And oh, and the Mercedes there went in a little bit too hot. I think it was Bjorn Gamer, and he gets a 3-second time penalty there for his troubles, and that allows Find the Pass to come through on Gaming Minion.
Yeah, one of the Mercedes just got a bit too hard, touched the back of the other car and just got sideways, lost all his momentum, and through goes fine the pass into P10. Dartmark meanwhile has got past 8. Oh no, he was already ahead of Apex, wasn't he? So he's P6 for Dartmark. Oh no, he's made that move, hasn't he? Sorry. Raritron! My god! For those that are in the stream, can I just say, the person who's just in the chat is one of my all-time favourite commentators on this game. Mr. Raritron. How the devil are you, sir? Hope you're good. That is a name I have not seen in a super long time. I don't know if you still play the F1 game, but whatever you're doing, hope you're good. This is the first time I've actually commentated on a race on this game. I paused up a few things, missed a few things, but we're having fun. We're having fun, I think. Anywho, Dartmark then is going to hopefully try and close the gap down to that battle ahead of Towley, Hayden, and Hayden's just got past Towley, so Hayden moves back into P3. Further back we've got Mr. Lenny and Dom doing their battles again. Looks like Dom's going to make the move on the outside as we head towards turn 4 with the help of DRS. And the Red Bull, oh no, the Red Bull hangs it in there. Little bit of a wheel bang, sort of almost Charles Leclerc Vettel-esque, but no tyre cutting going on at that point. But Lenny hangs on to P15 for now. Find the pass meanwhile, has made his way up to P9 now. Ahead of the Mercedes. Both Mercedes there were in 10th and 11th. Let's go back up to the front because Tom Stroudy with DRS is going to look for a move for the lead. No, he's going to wait for the next DRS section. As is Towley. Let's go back to Tom Stroudy. Gaming Minion meanwhile has got past his teammate. Here we go then. Heading towards turn 4. And Tom Stroudy takes the lead of the race. The winner of the sprint race by half a tenth ahead of Zero now takes the lead in the main race with 10 laps to go here in Brazil. Two Mercedes have not let Find the Pass get away. They are pushing the Aston Martin hard. Dom and Lenny, once again, these two have been having a great battle all race. Let's have a little look with Lenny. We'll rejoin the leaders when they come round to start finish straight again. As I join them, Lenny drops off a little bit actually. So 8 tenths between them now. Dom looks to have cleared Lenny and kept it this time. Meanwhile, Zero is right on the rear end. He's going to make this move way before turn 1. That move is done and dusted. Towley's going to go on the outside of Hayden Elite and gets that move done while Dragoon watches on. Meanwhile, Dartmark is just about hanging on to P6 ahead of DSD Apex. His attack has stalled a little bit as the three ahead of him have actually edged away slightly. Find the Pass now is back up with these guys in P9. He'll be looking to see if he can make some moves, and I guess his aim now, if there's no other safety cars, he's probably hoping for a P6 in damage limitation in this race. Of course, and they're a touch on the back of Goomba. Just broke a little bit late into the right-hander. But no harm, no foul, no damage done, and both drivers carry on. So go back up to the front. Hayden Elite pushing Towley. Is he going to be close enough for a run this time? We'll go up to Tom Stroudy. He's just going to hang on behind. Yeah, people just hanging on now. I wonder if people will start thinking about waiting for those last couple of laps. You know, whether you want to be leading the final lap or behind on the final lap. Zero there. Battles with Stroudy. Tom Stroudy stays in P1 for now. Tell you what, Dragoon found himself dropping back earlier on, but he has certainly found some pace back, hanging on to that DRS. He is not out of this yet either. Still in with a shout of a podium if something happens with the two in front of him. Of course, he's carrying that penalty, but these three are pulling away from Dartmark at about 3/10 a lap at the moment. Dartmark, of course, leading this 5-car train, 6-car train even, of himself, Apex, Goomba, Pass, Minion, and Bjorn Gamer. Just pulled a bit of a gap there. Goomba on the rear end of Apex. He's going to find the Pass all over the back of him. Bit of a wiggle there as we came back to him. I don't know if that was just him rearranging his steering wheel or his pad. And find the Pass is going to get this done. Up the inside. Can the McLaren hang it round the outside? Now find the Pass gets it done. Up to P8 for the championship leader. Meanwhile, Towley has lost P3 again to Hayden Elite. And further back we find the Pass. Oh, and Goomba there had a sneaky little look at the Aston Martin, but Pass hangs on for now. He will now go on the attack for TSD Apex. RL Lenny has dropped out of DRS now from Dom. Those mediums will probably be screaming, and he still has another 6.5 laps to do on them. While I say that, Dom picks up a 3-second time penalty. A battle here brewing for P12. Whitey closing up to the back of Wisedog. Just half a second. That was a really nice corner he took there. He took 0.2 of a second in one corner out of Wisedog then. Let's go forward with White. He's half second down as Towley picks up another 3-second time penalty. That could be damaging. That could help Dartmark and find the pass out. Meanwhile, we're looking at Whitey, who's got that move done on the Alpine. Can the Alpine come back at him though? Further back, Gavin Bass has come into the pits to get off those hard tyres. And the Alpine is not going to be close enough, and that is a move done for the other Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Woodsy, that's Gavin Bass in the pits. He's gone on to soft tyres. He might try for a fastest lap attempt here. Meanwhile, these two once again nose to tail, just like in the sprint race. Nothing can separate them. And just like in the sprint race, with 5 or 6 laps left to go, look who's trying to sneak up on them again. He's got that gap down. It had crept up to over 2 seconds. It's now back to 2 seconds, although with DRS that's now changing as Zero once again gets that move done thanks to the help of DRS. Meanwhile, Find the Pass is looking for a move on Apex. Apex has lost his DRS. So Find the Pass now is up to P7. And like I said, damage limitation for him, he's just 0.9 of a second behind the Dartmark. Bjorn Gamer on his own teammate here. It's not going to be close enough. Gaming Minion has a little... No, we thought he might have a little look further back. We have Whitey and Wisedog. Can the Alpine look at getting moved back on Whitey? He had a little think. Just a little, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. But decided better of it. Meanwhile, Bjorn, well off the track there, and he's going to have to give that place up. Maybe I joined that at the wrong point, but certainly from the point I joined it, that was definitely way off the track there for Bjorn Gamer. And a little bit of contact between himself and Apex. We'll go back up to the front once again. It's like a yo-yo, front, back, front, back. Tom Strider then 0.2 of a second behind, not going to be close enough for a move. Meanwhile, Towley, he has a little think about going to the outside. That's really good placement of the car there from Hayden Elite. Just placed his car in the middle, so there was no real attempt for the inside, and he couldn't really go to the outside. Good placement there from Hayden Elite. As we go further back, Zero once again plays switcheroo with Tom Stroudy. Meanwhile, Apex and Bjorn Gamer renew their battles, hopefully without the contact this time. And here comes Bjorn Gamer. Both have DRS, but there's no room at the end. And then further back we have Wisedog. He's not close enough to Whitey this time. Although we do have Brewdog, the two Saubers! Here comes Brewdog. Yum, the green machine! Flying through. Brewdog gets the move done. 14 lap old mediums. But Gavin Bass has those 2 lap old soft tyres. Yeah, he's going to have much more grip now to get this move done. There you go. Formation racing. That is. Sorry, formation flying, if you will. As Gavin Bass gets that move done with DRS as well, so he can push here for a fastest lap attempt. And Brewdog, 3-second time. But did he even go off the track then? What? Unless that's a delayed message. I did not see him go off the track then. Anywho, Beyond Gamer has just gone past TSD Apex. Ooh, there's a side-by-side battle at the front. Tom Stroudy gets the move done. We have got 2.5 laps left to go, and these two are still going at it, first and second. Find the Pass currently just half a second behind Darkmark, who will be the former championship leader after this race if it stays as it is. Good recovery drive from Find the Pass after what happened at the start of this race. So this is the point where they've got to decide, do I want to be leading? We've got, once we get past the finish line, we'll have 2 laps to go. Do you want to be leading at the start of the final lap? Or do you want to be behind with the final run to the line to get your rival on the line? Or do you want to be defending at the line? Zero decides he wants to be in the lead. 2 laps to go then here in Brazil. It's all come down to this. There's just a quarter of a second, 4/10 of a second now between the top 2. Towley, meanwhile, running in P3 for Team Reserves. Apex appears to have got past Bjorn Gamer again. These two have been battling for a while. And that is Apex back up as Tom Stroudy does get ahead of Zero into turn 4 again. While Towley is ahead of Hayden Elite. Find the Pass is trying his damnedest to try and make that move and reduce that deficit to 0 as much as he can, and these two side by side still, no inch given, and Bjorn Gamer just slots his Mercedes ahead of that Alpine. Just for a second there, it looked like Apex was going to accidentally career into the back of that Mercedes. Oh, further up to the front we have we've got a caution somewhere. What's happened there? It's Towley. Towley is round. Something's happened to Towley. Woodsy, meanwhile, sets the fastest lap of the race. Go, Woodsy! Fastest lap for the Haas team. So that's going to help Darkmark and Pass. The Pass is going to get the move done here on Darkmark into turn 1. Of course, we know Towley has a penalty as well, as does Dragoon. This could work out quite well for Pass. Last lap of the race. Let's go on board with the leader. Zero in P2. He's going to stay in P2. We're going to go on board with Zero on this final lap to see if he can get this move done on Tom Stroudy. Tom Stroudy had to hold off Zero on the final lap of the sprint race. And if you look in P3, look who has caught these two back up. Hayden Elite, just like it in the sprint, has left it late, but he has managed to get himself back to within a second of the front 2. Here we go then. We just have the final few corners. Zero BHR versus Tom Stroudy, part 2. The sprint race was won by Tom Stroudy by 0.5 of a second. They've both got tons of ERS. It's going to be about the slipstream, the ERS, the DRS. Here we go across the line. Who's going to get it? It's Zero! Zero gets the win by 18 thousandths of a second. Hayden Elite P3. Find the Pass. Find the Pass is pipped by Darkmark on the line as well. 1/10 of a second between them two. Gaming Minion is just 0.5 behind Goomba. Apex ahead of Bjorn Gamer. We've got quite a few dropping due to penalties. But Zero BHR gets revenge for the first race. For the sprint race, sorry. Where he lost out by 0.5 of a second. He timed it perfectly this time. Got the drive he needed out of the final corner. And got to the line by a whisker. And Mr. Pass, yes, great recovery indeed. Especially with driving half the race with only half a front wing as well. Brilliant drive. But it is your championship rival, Zero BHR, who takes the lead of the championship with that victory.
Well, we'll do a quick rundown of positions. I cannot, and I am really sorry. I do apologise. I will say sorry till the cows come home. Have I got time for interviews? You're right. And there's my answer. I do not have time for interviews. Sorry, I must shoot ASAP. So let's do a quick rundown then of the order. So 0 with the victory by 18 thousandths of a second ahead of Tom Stroudy. Hayden Lee finishes off your podium with a 3rd place finish and a great drive from the RB man. Dragoon finishes P4, brilliant drive from Dragoon again from the Haas man. Dartmark with a recovery from 18th to 5th. Find the Pass finishes in 6th after starting 20th and driving half the race without half his front wing. Towley was looking at a better position, but an incident with Hayden Elite dropped him off the front pack by a little bit, and then he had a moment on the curb, I think, on the final corner, which dropped him into the clutches. Let me just make sure I get the entire field on there. Goomba, Gaming Minion, Apex, Whitey, Bjorn Gamer, Wise Dog, Dom Lenny, Gavin Bass, Brewdog, Woodsy, and then your DNFers, DK and Destroyer Drac. Fastest lap was Woodsy's until the very end when Brewdog breaks his heart with the fastest lap of the race for Sauber. I have been Massey F1. I do have to rush now, so I really am sorry that I can't do the interviews. I was going to do them, but I have to rush off. My daughter just came and got me. And if I have the choice between the game and my daughter, well, everyone knows the answer to that. So thank you for joining me. If I have the opportunity to do this again, I will gladly jump in. It's been a pleasure. If all the races on the Wednesday division are like this, you guys who watch these streams are in for an absolute treat. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I don't know where you are next week. You're on the Discord. Have a look. That's all I've got to say to that. I have been Massey F1. Peace out.